Hey guys, this is the channel about how to immigrate to Canada under the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. And today we are going to make the second part of our video, how to create the profile, how to submit the application in order to get our educational credential assessment at WES. First of all, we will need to create our new account. So we are going on the website wes.org. Then we are getting started, pressing the button get started, and we are getting new window where we're not gonna read this information because it's just common information. We just press apply now, and this is where our process starts. There are certain questions that are going to be asked in order to make the profile, and let's get started. So here the first question, where will you use your evaluation? Of course Canada, since we're moving there. And here you go. So and then select an application. In our case we are doing the ECA for the Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada. So we will need to press ECA application for IRCC. So this is it. So now let's create just random numbers and name in order for you to show the how to create the profile at WES. So let's just create application first, give a name. Let's make it James, family name Bond, right? Date of birth, just random numbers. Let's just make it 783. All right. Do you have a WES reference number? No, we are separate. All right, so email address. We're gonna use our working email address in order to get all this information, which is aipp.canada1@gmail.com. Here you go, repeat your email address. Here you go, and password. Then let's create our favorite color. Let's make it green, so it's the same color as WES. Would you like to receive emails from WES Resources upcoming events? No, thank you. All right, so here we have our main page where we gonna input the details about our personal information, then about our education, and let's just go step by step. All right, so we are keeping the name James, family name Bond, April 7th 1983. Let's make it male. All right, your mailing address, this is where WES will send you a copy of the report. All right, so since we are using our company's address, we are going to use country United Kingdom, 7175 Shelton Street, City of London, province, zip code, telephone. We don't need to use our telephone, so we're not going to include this information. Security number, security question, that's all right. Okay, next. Now we move to the second part of the processing. So your education, what credentials have you earned? If you have completed less than 1 year full-time post-secondary study, WES recommends that you also include your secondary education credential. Note, each individual must complete a separate WES application. Credentials added for the other individuals such as spouse won't be included in your WES evaluation report. Only completed degrees or diplomas can be evaluated for the IRCC application. WES doesn't evaluate occupational study, trade qualification, short-term professional development programs, or work experience. All right, so let's add our credential. Let's assume that we got our bachelor degree somewhere in Kazakhstan. All right, so here when we choose the country, we are using the institution type. So we are using it's a higher education. Name of institution. Let's Google any university in Kazakhstan. Universities Kazakhstan. All right. Sorry, made a mistake. All right. So list of the universities in Kazakhstan. Let's choose the Kazakh American University. It's going to be much more easier. All right, Kazakh American University. Here we have this on the list. So basically, if your university is accredited by the international standards, so your university will appear here in the list as soon as you start typing this information. Name of diploma of specialist. Let's choose this one. Your name as it appears, as it was in our details before. James Bond. Field of study. Let's choose finance as a common. Year awarded in let's assume 2008. Years attended. It's a bachelor degree, so it's 4 years of 4 full years. So years attended from 2004 until 2008. Let's save this information. And here we go. We have the university in our list. We can edit this information or delete or add another credential. They recommend you to add the additional credential if you just had the post-secondary study. All right, so let's move on next, and then we'll see what is the next steps. All right, so please enter the receipt you would like to send your evaluation. So here we have our company's physical address. The second institution that will receive our report is the Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada, IRCC. We can add recipients, but we will have to pay, I suppose, for that. But anyway, we just need to send this credential assessment to IRCC in Canada. They will send it for you. Don't worry about that. And then let's move on to the process. All right. So this is the part of the evaluation process. So the primary purpose of your evaluation is immigration. Yes, that's right. The processing time. The West used to process the educational credential assessment within 27 days, but in the last couple of months they increased it to 35 business days after receipt, review, and approval of all documents and payment in full. So let's move on, and here we go. The price for the ECA report is 220 Canadian dollars. We are moving next, and let's see what we have right now. We have an option of delivering for each recipient. First is the standard without tracking number. It's standard mail via Canada Post. It costs just 7 Canadian dollars, but I'm not sure how long will it take to your country. But to European countries, it probably will take about 2 weeks with a standard packaging. But I would recommend you to get the international courier, where you get the tracking number. They usually send it through UPS or TNT based on country. But as you saw from the previous video, I got it from the DHL. I got it just within couple days, and it was very fast. So I think, and I received it in Vietnam. So I would recommend you to pay extra fee in order to get fast service, and you won't worry that you're gonna lose these documents, somewhere in the middle of the road. Let's move on to the next step. We have the delivery option. So here, required documents checklist for James Bond. Let's check what type of documents we will need to prepare for that, as we have the full list and information for that. So first of all, we are having the diploma of specialist at Kazakh American University. There are in total three types of documents that are needed to get ready. The first one is the degree certification. What you need to do for completed study, yes, we completed this, ask the authorized body of education of the Republic of Kazakhstan to verify the original document by apostille. Apostille, you then send the documents directly to Wes. For information on the apostille procedures, please click here. All right. So what we will need to do is that we have our diploma specialist on hands. We will need to put the apostille, translate it if it's in Russian or Kazakh, translate it into English, and then post it to Wes. Again, this is the extra charge. I remember last time I sent my documents through DHL as well, and I paid for that about 50 American dollars for that. So that's quite expensive. All right, so let's move on. The second documents which need to be prepared is the academic transcript, or it's выписка, приложение к диплому, академическая справка. All right, so this is a document issued by the institution you attended that lists all subjects taken and grades earned for each year of study. For completed programs, a European diploma supplement in English is preferred if issued by your institution. What you need to do for completed, incomplete, or in progress study, ask the authorized body of education of Republic of Kazakhstan to verify the original documents by apostille. You then send the documents directly to us. So basically, we will need to prepare all these documents, such as degree certificate, to put the apostille, translate it if it's in not in English, as well as academic transcript, apostille if it's not translated, translate it into English. Yes, and here document translation, of course. WES also requires precise word-to-word translation when your academic documents are not issued in English. So yes, I will need to prepare all these like two types of documents: apostille, translated if it's not been translated, pack it into the envelope and send it. So here, this is the information that I will need to put into the on the envelope: the West reference number, the number that I will get after the payment, World Education Service, etc. All this information, and let's move on. We have all. Let's assume that we have all these documents on hands, ready to be sent. We are processing to the next step. So we are reviewing one more time just to make sure that all the information is correct and right and ready to be sent. So our profile, it's applicant's full name, James Bond, our email address, date of birth, mailing address. Our evaluation purpose, it's obviously immigration, education, our name on credential is James Bond from Kazakhstan, at Kazakh American University, higher education, diploma of specialist, finance, 2008. All right, so here we have evaluation type, ECA package 220 Canadian dollars, processing time 35 days. Again, guys, 35 days. They start to count it from the day when they will receive your documents in their office. You will get the update as soon as they receive the documents. So if you will send with a regular post, it will take another, it depends on the country, another 2 weeks. So assume that this will take about 2 months if you're going to use the regular post. If you're going to send through DHL, UPS, or TNT, it will take just 2-3 extra days, and then in total you will get about 38 to 40 working days. Don't forget working days. The company doesn't work on Saturday and Sunday. All right, so, and recipient information. Here you go. We have James Bond, number of report, just one. Delivery method, international courier, it's extra 85 Canadian dollars. The recipient two, it's immigration IRCC. Total price is 305 Canadian dollars. All fees are in Canadian dollars. Taxes may apply, but I didn't pay any taxes at all. And assume that you will send the documents through the fast post, such as DHL. You will pay extra about 50 US dollars or about 70 Canadian. So altogether, it's going to be 375 Canadian dollars. Let's move on. I authorize, I certify, I have read, I agree to submit. All right, so we've ticked all these acknowledgements and we are moving next. And here we have our harmonized sales tax eligibility. So we don't need to pay taxes because we are not residents of Canada. So we just put I am not a resident of Canada for purpose. All right, we are continuing, and here we go. We have, please review the summary of your fees based on what you selected of your application. Here again the note, all fees are in Canadian dollars. Note that because 305 Canadian dollars, it's about 250ish, 260ish US dollars. So what we are going to do is all fees, fee summary. So altogether is 305 Canadian. We are going to pay with a credit card. The purchase is non-refundable and non-transferable. So make sure that everything is correct and you are 100% sure that you are moving to Canada. All right. So here we have our payment information. Um, you will need to type your either Visa, MasterCard, or Amex, American Express, name of card, credit card, billing address again, and then submit the payment. All right, guys. So this is the page that you get after paying the fee. So here we have my orders completed. This is my personal page. So documents by documents evaluation. Here we have all this information about the ECA payments, International Express, which was altogether 305, recipient names, credit card transaction. So this is the receipt. After the receipt, you just need to wait. Wes is going to send you updates to your email address. Here we can see that the initial application order, in my case, it's done. We can download the PDF report. So here you go. This is the PDF report that I showed you yesterday. So the process of applying to get the education credential assessment is quite easy. It just takes some time to understand what is what and how and what you have to do, what you have to prepare in order to send the documents and finally get your ECA report. But this is it. That was the channel about how to immigrate to Canada under the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. We are going to create more videos about immigration process, not only to Canada, but to United States. Stay tuned. If you like this video, press the like button below, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.